We get a behind the scenes on how to get out the door for weather and more, because Weir is here with his camera. So I have to get both leashes lined up. I have to put the leash on T-Rex because they will take off. And then this is the hard part, put the leash on Steve. I mean, he accepts it, but he's often, how do you tell a cat what to do? And I've already hooked up my camera. I had to plug in the receiver for my new audio system, and it goes to the lavalier microphone. And then I turn on my camera. And now I'm recording, we're recording me. And Steve, he's got some kind of allergy or something. He's really itchy lately. So I think we're gonna have to change your diet, Steve. And then T-Rex is always ready to go. So you just get over here and T-Rex starts getting all excited. Yep, and he does that. And then we go out the door. And he never hesitates to go out the door. Steve, on the other hand, often hesitates. Come on, Steve. Yeah, he's in a funk this week, and anyone that's been watching knows. 79 degrees at 8:44, August 1st. This is unusual. Come on, Steve, let's go. I don't ever have to help Steve out the door, but we're doing it this morning to make it happen. And then we run out the door, and he's got the itchies. We're gonna help you, Steve, we're gonna help you. Just don't take off on us. The weather is quite nice today, although there's a heat advisory in effect for temperatures near 90 with dew points in the 70s. Very uncomfortable day, but a nice breeze from the west. We're getting a break from the storms for the most part today. It's a very weak high pressure system coming at us. Looks like about a 10-14 high over New York between fronts. But if you're looking for drier air with this high pressure system, forget about it. I mean, it's not quite as humid. Yesterday, dew points were close to 75. Today, the dew point is near 70. Still very sticky, but we're having a lot more in the way of sunshine today, so it's going to be a hotter day. And we're not really in a heat wave, per se. We're not getting 3 straight 90-degree days in most spots, but it'll be close by Saturday, but the showers and storms will return by then. We're checking the rain gauges. See, Rex always goes around Steve's holder. Where is Steve? Weir's going to be keeping an eye on Steve. Where did he go? There he goes. That's why he's got a long line. So we'll follow Steve down to the rain gauge. Let's talk about precipitation. In the last 24 hours, again, near the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, Danville, Vermont, picked up 1.97 inches of rain. That's very close to St. Johnsbury, where there was an inch. And there was some flooding reported in an area that we don't really have cocoa raws. It's called Warren, New Hampshire, that area. South of St. Johnsbury, there was a report of a road washed out yesterday with heavy rain. There was a flash flood warning to the east, but it didn't verify, I don't think, east of Mount Washington. Here at the Surf Ski Weather Headquarters, 0.15. We had several downpours yesterday. We were monitoring them all day because we had that Trillium event that turned out great. The rainfall in the last 24 hours here in southeastern New England, look at this. There were some amounts up to 0.7 just west of Boston. There were these showers and storms moving from south to north along 495 instead of 128. It was pretty close to 128 actually. And once again, Boston got the least amount of rain. And if you look at the total monthly rainfall for the entire month of July, this is unusual. Near my home on Cape Cod, near Bass River, 4 inches of rain, while here at the Fore River, less than 2 inches of rain, and the Boston area only picked up 1 inch of rain for the month of July. So one of the wettest months on record in northern New England, and a really dry July near Boston. Very unusual that Boston is going to get less rain than Cape Cod and the islands in July without a named tropical storm. But like we said yesterday, not all tropical rains come with named storms. It's just the energy moving north. Weather is a result of differential heating of the Earth's surface. Warm air from the equator moves north, cold air comes south, and where they clash, that's where the rain is. And what is Steve doing? Where are you getting this, Steve? Come on. Those are pricker berries. Maybe that's why you're all itchy. Can't let you in those are wild blackberries, I think. Weir's all done recording. He's now a spectator. So a lot I want to talk about here. The rainfall amounts in northern New England for the month of July are for the record books. It rained again yesterday in St. Johnsbury, getting the monthly total past 18 inches. Just
double back-to-back disasters. Cleaning up continues in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, and we get a day off from the rain, but there's more rain coming in. Just a spot shower today. Here's the Boston 5-day meteogram from weather.us using the European model, and you can see 90 degrees today, and there is that cloud with a raindrop, so there are spot instability showers and thunderstorms. Dew point near 70. Now the temperature goes down a little bit starting tomorrow. Clouds are going to start coming back. Looks like tomorrow is still dry, probably close to 90 again with a dew point in the 70s, spot shower or storm. And then on Saturday, here's the Saturday map. It shows a warm front right over New England Saturday morning. And, oh, wait, go back to that 5-day. I wanted to show you the Saturday 5-day triangle with an exclamation mark in it for Boston. That is a possibility of a severe thunderstorm in Boston on Saturday. And still Sunday, temperatures aren't as high, but it's very sticky with off and on rain for most of the weekend. Here's now that Saturday map with a low pressure system that's been slow moving through the Midwest with day after day of rains is going to come into New York, and we're going to be on the boundary, and that front's going to stall here for days. So when we show you the Euro in a second, you'll see that there are showers and storms coming at southern New England first on Saturday. What else did I want to talk about before that? I guess I'll go right to the Euro now. Maps in motion, and there have been some major changes in the guidance to what's going to happen with that potential tropical cyclone that should get named Debby if it develops. Here's the maps in motion, and there's our nice Friday for the most part. Here come the showers and storms coming out of Pennsylvania, lifting to the north and east. Those storms in the Midwest had been moving towards the south and east, but that flow is going to change, and now we are getting those big showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, they move into northern New England, and then on Sunday, it starts off probably really sticky with a lot of clouds, and then new showers and storms form on Sunday afternoon, and those only slowly press south. So now you have a warm front at the south coast and a cold front in southeastern Canada, and we are right in the battle zone with a really fast flow aloft. That means any thunderstorms that do develop are capable of severe weather here on Sunday. And then Monday, it looks like drier air trying to come into southeastern Canada, but it's not really making any progress. And now if you watch Tuesday, you see a line of showers and storms develop from the south coast of New England all the way back to, it looks like Lake Michigan practically. That's a stalled frontier with training storms. If this works out, we're going to end up with some flash flooding in parts of southern New England next week. Now, the placement of these fronts, as we talked about yesterday, is almost impossible from 7 days out. If you remember the 10-day forecast from 5 days ago, it had a tropical storm going into the Gulf of Mexico. And guess what? Now, after 4 or 5 days with the Euro trying to take the potential cyclone Debby south of New England, it tries to take it to the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah, I interrupted those maps to show you the National Hurricane Center saying that there's a 60% chance of development somewhere near Florida. I go back to those maps in motion now. And so I wanted to make that point because you see a low going south of New England on Thursday. You may think that that's Tropical Cyclone Debby, but that's not. That's another low on the front. So many things to watch. Nice cool air in southeastern Canada, but it looks like it doesn't get in here solid for all of New England until about next Friday. So we've been kicking that can down the road. There goes T-Rex. He likes to chase birds. I don't think he's going to take off, though. He hasn't learned how to fly yet. So back, I want to show you the southern portion of these maps. I usually show you the northern portion to show you what Tropical Cyclone Debby may do. And this is incredibly low confidence forecast. Linger, after going near South Florida, linger over the Gulf of Mexico all next week as looking like a weak tropical system, but we know there's so much energy down there, something's going to happen. Tremendous amounts of rain off of Florida, west coast of Florida could have flooding next week, and just incredibly sticky tropical air all over the Gulf of Mexico. And my point here is, in the 10-day forecast from 5 days ago, we had that system on the coast in 10 days. So now the 10-day forecast is 5 days later, and we're still looking at a potential system near the Gulf of Mexico coast. in 10 days. Weather changes, weather forecasts change all the time. So we enjoy this relatively peaceful but hot Thursday and Friday before a fairly wet weekend, downpours.
Let's do some foiling.
Foiling.
Yeah.
He wants to go out on the water in his, what's it called? Kite flight
Flightboard, yeah. It's a
flight board.
e-foil.
So did you get a video of me mowing the lawn in the rain yesterday? You gonna share that?
I think I did get something.
Yeah. So yeah, we mow in the rain around here, and it's an electric mower. There was no lightning, and I didn't get electrocuted. And the Trillium event. How would you grade that Trillium event last night?
Excellent.
It was so good. I didn't even give you a shout out. Here's one of the people that helped me get my degree in meteorology, thanks to his ability to do calculus. And all our friends, we wouldn't have survived without those study groups, I don't think. John Tomko, if we could get John Tomko to the study group. Anyhow, we had Ryan Haas, just got his degree in meteorology, Marie Jackson getting her degree in meteorology. So we have the young generation, we have the present, well, I guess we're getting to be the older generation. And the leaders, Bob Thompson, Rick Rosen was there, Don Peacock showed up, too many names to mention. Matt and Danielle, superstars. We ended up saying, Matt for president, Matt for president. He's just such an eloquent, inspiring speaker, and Danielle grew up right here in Weymouth.
Across from Blue Hill Ave and seeing a rattlesnake.
Raise money for Blue Hill Observatory.
139 years.
Now, I forgot they're not probably being able to hear you speak because of the microphone system I have now, so Weir says, yes, please donate to the Blue Hill Observatory. We appreciate your support. It's a great place to visit, the Mish Michaels Hall for Scientific Discovery, open for tours over the weekend. Go on up there and watch.
139 years. Don't forget that.
What's that?
Continuous weather.
What's that?
139 years of continuous weather observation.
Wow, Charlie Orloff got to you yesterday, didn't he? Thank you, Weir, and thank you, everybody, for participating. In a better mood today. Helps to have friends around. And yeah, we'll get out on the water this morning. We'll show you those highlights tomorrow and out the door weather and more. But for today's and more, highlights from yesterday, watching those storms hit and mostly miss the Boston area. And then to Trillium Brewery. Fantastic. Thank you for hosting Trillium. And Chris Barber, outstanding musician. It was a great time. Talk to you all tomorrow. Not even halfway done editing out the door. 83 degrees, 10:30, and our first convective shower of the day. Much more typical of summertime than what happened 2 days ago. Look at that cloud right there. Steve doesn't seem to care that much about the rain. Let's get this out of our system this morning. Time for the event this evening. Steve, it's raining. Do you care? Nope, don't care. Well, why don't we go in anyway, just in case there's lightning or something. Come on. How pretty is this? Oh, much more entertaining than flooding downpours or sun showers. Don't get these that often near the city. Steve, let's go. Come on. Look at this. He's so lethargic lately. I don't know what's going on. What do you say? We'll go out for a midday break, T-Rex? See how Steve is doing? We haven't seen Steve. Wow, look at that cloud. You can really see the rain pouring out just west of Boston or right in Boston, which is only about 11 miles away. He loves that spot. He loves this weather. It's so steamy outside. Boston, it's only about 82 degrees, but the dew point's in the 70s. The dew point's in 75 in New Bedford right now. Yeah, we haven't even thought about getting ready for Trillium yet. Where is Steve? Steve's right under here. Not tangled up. Good, good. So we've got a wall of water coming across Buzzards Bay. Some downpours, and the heaviest rain is in eastern Massachusetts. Good, let's get this out of our system before the Trillium event. Oh yeah, and so far the animals have left me a couple of tomatoes. So maybe after getting no peas or lettuce, I'll get tomatoes this year. That'll be nice. Maybe even some big ones. Oh, I've got raindrops. Raindrops and sunshine. But because the sun is so high in the sky, you can't see a rainbow. You'd have to be up in a plane looking down. All right, we're at the event. Look at the beautiful Trillium beer tanks, and even better, sunflowers. They're kind of facing the wrong way. I heard they were supposed to face the sun. No complaints. Sticky like Florida here.
Absolutely.
That's where the magic happens. I think this is where we should have it. Just in case of rain, there's definitely plenty of room and beverages inside. And then there's the outside. Look at the size of this place. It's gorgeous. Oh yeah. If it rains, we are all set. Wood-fired pizza coming right up. Thank you, sir. The size of this is massive. Just endless. And our thing is outdoors. So Mary Grace, how did you find out about this event?
Well, we found out from 1 Degree Outside following Matt and Danielle, and so excited to support a Blue Hill student.
All right, Matt and Danielle, there they are. 1 Degree Outside has arrived. We'll have to ask them where they got that name because it's like 80 degrees outside right now.
That would be great.
Is it a tale if it's a true story? Okay. Well, I didn't know the answer to that. But anyway, this happened.
No, I'm serious.
The wind gusted to 45 up there today.
Co-founders JC and Esther Coutal for graciously hosting this event and for their philanthropy throughout the Boston area. Specifically, I would like to thank Emily Grant, private events manager, and her colleague Kate Stoddard, operations manager, for organizing this event. Scientists, especially young girls. We remain grateful to Mish and her family for their decades of support, and we thank her extended community of friends who have been so supportive in the last 2 years. That's a lot of you. Finally, the last year, the observatory hired a new director of STEM education, Krista Fink, to advance an expanded portfolio of science education programs for youth focused on the weather and climate and their effects on the environment.
And can you hear me okay?
A little closer, a little closer.
Great. As Charlie said, I'm Krista Fink. I am the new director of STEM education at the Blue Hill Observatory, and I'm really excited to be here with you all, but I'm really excited to start and embark on this journey of thinking through what programming can be to take it to the next level from where we've been. We've had a lot of years and experience doing this in really impactful ways, and there are so many opportunities and possibilities for us to continue to do that in meaningful ways for students in the greater Boston area. I come to the Blue Hill Observatory with experience teaching science.
I am 21 years old and I am about to be a senior at American University in Washington, D.C. I major in environmental science and I have a 4-year certificate program in leadership and ethical development. Currently, I am a Massachusetts Climate Corps member at Mass Audubon over at Boston Nature Center in Mattapan for the summer. And in the future, in the next few months, I am applying to grad schools to 6th grade on a field trip. And I just remember seeing the observation room and being up on the observation deck. And I was just fascinated by everything I was learning and everything that was around me. And now, might I add, that observation deck is one of my favorite places in all of Massachusetts now. It's amazing, but after that field trip, I spent years teaching myself about weather and using Blue Hill as a resource for that. I watched webcams and forecasts on the website. I would track storms using Twitter and NOAA radars, just whatever I could get my hands on. And then my senior year of high school, I truly got involved with the observatory when I did the Launch Your Weather Career Summer program, where I got to spend a week learning from amazing people like Charlie Orloff and Don McCaslin and Tim Kelly and so many others. And that is also where I met the absolutely wonderful Cheryl Cummings. And all of these people have cared so much about me and my path and my story over the years. And so since then, I've kept in contact. I do volunteer work for the observatory.
My aunt and uncle actually lived in Milton, so I grew up hiking Blue Hill Observatory. Have a vivid memory when I was probably 9 or 10 years old of hiking up with my uncle. They lived right across from Blue Hill Ave and seeing a rattlesnake sign. And I was like, there's rattlesnakes? There can be rattlesnakes here? We hiked up the mountain a number of times. That's just one experience that I had as a kid. I'm very thankful for my parents and family for pushing science, for pushing meteorology. Mish Michaels was a huge role model of mine growing up and watching a female meteorologist on TV. I actually then interned at Channel 4 with Mish and then went on to work there. I've noticed a common thread tonight for those of you that I've talked to already. and it's passion. Whether it's for meteorology, whether it's for the outdoors, whether it's for science, whether it's for education, everyone in this room has a passion for something. And I think that's
being as she seems here. If you haven't talked with her yet, she's incredible, and I'm a lucky guy. I'm also very thankful to you guys for having me. So first of all, Charlie, for as long, and I do mean literally as long as I can remember, you have been the steward, the caretaker, and the guiding light of the Blue Hill Observatory. And I can't thank you enough as a meteorologist. Forget about whatever our jobs have been. As a meteorologist, for guiding New England and the nation's longest serving continuous weather observatory right on through some amazing times, and you brought it out stronger than it's ever been before. Give it up for Charlie, if you would. You know, it's been a pleasure getting to know everybody at Blue Hill Observatory. Them, right? Because Mish was actually with Harv at Channel 7 at the time I was there. But it was like we were friends. And that was the most amazing part of all, is here you were, a college kid, just trying to learn. And you hear from everybody, just so you know, you're probably going to just get coffee the whole time, right? And all of a sudden, it's like you're a best friend. I remember when Harv called my house, I was out plowing snow in the driveway. My mom answered the phone and he said, "Hi, I wonder if Matt's there." Now, she didn't know who was calling. And she said, no, he's out plowing snow. Can I take a message? Sure, would you just tell him his buddy Harvey called? That was it. And I know Mish was the same way with you, 110%. And so look, it's that kind of love. Tim talks about put out love, get love back. That's the love, right? You look at what we're doing. I stepped down from my dream job. My dream job was to be a chief meteorologist on TV in Boston. And actually, believe it or not, even growing up, I thought NBC would be really cool. That'd be amazing. Well, Tim and I were sitting on the dock of NECN when the big ship came in and they said, "You want to get on board?" And we said, well, okay. NBC came to town, bought NECN, launched NBC 10 Boston. So why leave your dream gig to start something completely unknown? Well, I had the best partner in the world. There's no question about that, who you still see on TV from time to time. But the other, right? For the first time ever in 2023, less than half of people got their weather from local TV. Less than half. 47%. 53% got their weather from an app because they want to go digital. Here's the problem. Out of all those people who get their weather from an app, only 34% said they actually found it to be accurate. So we looked at that and said, there's a problem here, and there's an opportunity here. Can we make digital weather in a way that it resounds with people? And to the tune of 1.5 million page views per month so far on our brand new website, onedegreeoutside.com, and our app, you have proven, yes, that can be done. But the way you've done it, thank you. But that's you. That's you, because we are cultivating at Blue Hill Observatory. The beauty of the future of America is that we can bring our STEM technology and education and everything we do back up, but we have to be dedicated to it. You being here tonight is being dedicated to it. Us being here tonight is our dedication to it. Going out into the schools, and Tim still does this too, getting out and seeing the kids and teaching about weather. It does things you wouldn't imagine. We get stopped by folks' grocery store, Walmart, the most random places. I just want to let you know, you came and visited my school when I was in elementary school, and they're adults now with kids, and they've chosen careers in science. Are they all meteorologists? Nope. But do they credit that visit with being what got them to realize science can unlock the future? Yes. Invest in the Blue Hill Observatory. You invest in the future of America. When you invest in the future of America, you make the future of our country stronger and better. So what I would ask is, if you would be so kind, spread the word after tonight. We have a great group right here, but wouldn't we like to make that a little bit bigger? We got a lot of tables open in the back. Let's fill it. Spread the word after tonight. Thank you to the Blue Hill Observatory. Thank you for all of your work, Krista, coming on board. We know you're going to do amazing things with the kids. And thank you for making it possible for kids who may not ever get that light of STEM education to get it now. That happened with every ticket you bought tonight. And don't forget to download your 1 Degree Outside app. Just search Voices 1 Degree Outside Weather. Thank you very much. We are so honored to be here. I hope to catch up with as many of these as we can. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Matt for president! Matt for president!
Tim, did you want to take over again?
Yeah. No, Chris, you take over.
Chris is coming up. All right, Chris, here we go.
We're going to have some more fun. We're going
All
to
right,
talk. And we're going to sign a petition to get Matt Noyes for president.
I don't know. I think I have to get too dirty for that job, you know?
Inside intel, when I first met Matt, what do you really want to do in the future? You told me I wouldn't mind being president.
The reality is, I do still to this day, like I did when I was 23, feel desperately a need to make our country and our society stronger and better. And I feel like being here tonight is one step in doing that. We all do our job. So thank you for giving me the opportunity.
So you may consider it.
The door is still open.
On from Chickasaw down to the big lake they call Chickasha. Think it is said never gives up her dead, and the skies on November turn. Oh, to fire no 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald waiting to. The shipping crew was born to be true. The gales of November came early.
The most emotional weather song ever.
It's a weather song, right?
The ship was the pride of the American side, back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, she was bigger than most. Crew and good captain, well seasoned, including some turns with a couple of steel firms, where they left full and loaded for Cleveland. Later that night, when the ship's bell rang, it'd be the north wind they'd been feeling. Wind in the wires, bang.